right over by the U.S. Southcom building, if you've ever seen it, by 97th and 33rd. If anybody's ever driven by there. All right? First, I'm going to tell you a little bit about myself, and then I'm going to tell you about the Marine Corps and what it is we do over there, okay? So for those of you that don't know, I am the father of Soleil Hariprasad and Relina Hariprasad, who's in 4th grade.
That's crazy.
And I'm here today to talk to you about the United States Marine Corps. So I've been a Marine for almost 10 years now. Over 10 years now, 2 days ago. So I went to boot camp in 2006. You guys are a little older, so I'm sure you were born by then. A year later, I went to the Officer Candidate School in Quantico, Virginia. Then a couple years after that, in 2009, I found myself in the middle of Al-Anbar province in Iraq. After a special duty assignment, I found myself back in the Helmand province in Afghanistan in 2011. Came back from there, took a few years off to go to law school, and then found myself right back here at Marine Forces South in Doral, Florida. So, I just told you where I've been, but another way to figure that out is by looking right here, right? So I'll tell you what some of these ribbons mean right here. So this blue one means that I fought alongside the NATO ISAF forces in Afghanistan. This one tells you that I've been overseas a few times. Okay, this one tells you that I fought in the global war on terrorism. This one tells you that I've been to Iraq. This one tells you that I've been to Afghanistan.
Evan Faustin, please go to room 14. Miss Anibal Sanchez's room. Evan Faustin, please go to room 14. Miss Anibal Sanchez's class. Thank you.
This one tells you that I served my country during a time in which the United States was engaged in a war against a foreign power. This one tells you that the head of the Navy picked my unit out for an award because they did such good things. And I received this one right here when my truck hit a bomb in the middle of the Helmand province in Afghanistan. And then these are my rifle badges that kind of tell you how good or not so good I am at shooting, right? So you'll notice that mine say rifle expert and pistol expert. These are the highest awards that we have for marksmanship. So when Marines qualify at the rifle range, they shoot at a distance of 500 yards. Wow. That is the length of 5 football fields away. So when you see these crossed rifles, that means if you're standing 5 football fields away from me, I can pick where I want to shoot you on your body. All right? And all Marines have to qualify at that distance in order to make it through Marine boot camp, because and that's what they tell you, every Marine is a rifleman, right? So, enough about me. Let's talk a little bit about the Marine Corps and what we do there. Now, the Marine Corps has 2 missions given to us by our boss. Does anybody know who our boss is?
Lieutenant Obama.
Winner, chicken dinner, right here. All right? So, okay, we got two winners right here. Congratulations. You guys win a high five from each other. So the president is the commander-in-chief of all of the armed forces of the United States. He gets to tell everyone in the Army, the Navy, the Air Force, and Marine Corps what to do. As a result, the president has given the Marine Corps 2 missions. Right? Anybody have any idea what those 2 missions are? Right here.
Serve America?
Yes, indirectly.
Oh, I was going to say that.
All right. Anybody else? All right, great. I'll tell you guys. So, the President of the United States of America has told the Marine Corps that we need to do 2 things. First, we need to win wars. Right? And I'll tell you how we do that. And the second thing, which is the one that everybody goes goo goo gaga for, is that we got to make more Marines. Why do we have to do that? Because people get old, people retire, people quit, people move on to do bigger and better things, people get hurt, people die, and we have to fill those people with more Marines. So, there's 2 kinds of Marines that we make, right? We make our enlisted Marines, who are the guys who do all the heavy lifting. They're the backbone backbone of the Marine Corps. They do all the hard work, right? So if you're thinking about it in terms of school, the enlisted Marines would be the students, right? Then you have the officer corps, which is what I belong to, and that's kind of like your teacher. So we're the supervisors of the military, and we kind of make sure everybody's pointed in the right direction and doing all the things that they need to do. And we're yelling at people and tell them to do their homework, pick up their stuff, stop running in the halls, stop drinking and driving, whatever. So our job is not as fun, but we got to do it nonetheless, right? So there's two places that we make our enlisted Marines. Who besides Soleil knows where that is?
Quantico?
Very close. That's where we make our Marine officers. But you're very close. Anybody? Any other guesses? All right, great. Since you had such an overwhelming response, I'll go ahead and tell you. So everyone that lives west of the Mississippi goes to boot camp in San Diego, California. Everyone that lives east of the Mississippi goes to a dreadful place in South Carolina called Parris Island. It is a swamp, in the middle of a swamp, that you spend 13 weeks of your life getting yelled at by some guys you'll see in the video here. And that's where we break you down from the dirty, nasty civilians that you are into America's finest force, fighting force, the U.S. Marines. You'll spend 13 weeks there, where the first couple weeks you're there. The first week you're there, we're just going to run you around, make sure you grab all your stuff. Next few weeks, we're going to start your physical training every single day. We're going to teach you how to march, we're going to teach you how to walk, we're going to teach you how to talk, we're going to teach you how to yell, and how to hold a gun. Then we'll send you to a week of swim qual training, right? So we'll teach you how to put on all your gear, your backpack, your boots, your helmet, your flak, your gun, and then jump off the side of a boat and survive. All right?
Cool. I'm gonna do that.
Then after that, we'll send you to the rifle range for 2 weeks, where you will not leave until you learn how to shoot someone in the face at 500 yards away. Not at boot camp. Hold on, not at boot camp. So after you come back from the rifle range, we're going to send you to a couple of weeks of basic warrior skills, right? So we're going to teach you all those things about patrolling and being a Marine, and engaging in combat activities. And then after all that, we send you for a week-long event called the Crucible, which is an event that will test your maximum mental and physical capacity. I will tell you a story about the Crucible. I remember being on the Crucible, and I was so hungry, I thought about eating grass. I know that I couldn't digest it in my stomach, but I was so hungry. I'd never been that hungry in my entire life. And I thought about eating grass. And also, I can hardly remember a time that I was ever so tired as well.
Do you people get hurt in boot camp?
Lots of people get hurt in boot camp all the time. So when I graduated boot camp, there was one guy. So boot camp is 13 weeks long, right? That's roughly about a little over 3 months. And it's a very tough 3 months. But I met a guy that was there for a year and a half.
Oh my god.
Because he kept getting hurt. So he would start training, he would get hurt, then he would go to medical, heal up, come back. And he did it a couple of times, and then the last time he was like, "Hey, look, I want to do this, but if I get hurt one more time, I'm going home." And then he joined our training company, and he graduated as the top guy in our training company. So it was a real good story. So now, after you come back from the Crucible, after your 13 weeks, then your family come up. And that's when we'll give you your Globe and Anchor, a family day, and you will be a U.S. Marine, right? So for the officer corps, our officer candidate school is only 10 weeks long. Why is it 10 weeks instead of 13 weeks, you ask? Good question. That is because the training is so physically intense that human body is going to start to break down after 10 weeks of it. So most people cannot survive more than 10 weeks of training without sustaining serious injury. So that's why it's only 10 weeks long. And I was lucky or dumb enough to enjoy both a 13-week stay at Parris Island and a 10-week stay in Quantico, Virginia, where we make our Marine officers. So that being said, I got a couple of videos queued up. I'm going to show you what it's like. The first video is, I'm going to show you a video of enlisted boot camp. When you get there, the first Friday is called Black Friday. So that's the first Friday that you actually meet your drill instructors. And they come at you, they start yelling at you, and they start running you around. So we're going to watch that video, and then we're going to watch a quick video about Officer Candidate School in Quantico, Virginia, and what you do over there. All right?
Oh my god.